But these are the 8 things that business owners should do before they take $1 from a client. We're going to talk about what I call the journey to business success. All right, number one, first one is you got to have a plan. Before you can even do anything, do some research, and you got to have a plan. You got to have a plan. Number two, you got to have an identity. Whenever you decide to deal with clients, how they going to reach you? How they going to call you? How they going to email you? The third thing, before you even decide to do anything else, after you have an identity, then and only then do you go register with the state. The problem is we go register with our home address and our personal cell phone number. Did it out of order. Then after we register with the state, then and only then should we actually establish a brand. What is our brand going to be? How are people going to identify us? And here's the kicker. After we establish that brand, that's when you go get business credit. You want to establish those credit profiles for business, not your personal, for business. And just so for those who are all these credit gurus, Dun & Bradstreet ain't the only place for your business to establish credit, just in case you didn't know. So after you then came up with a plan, you have an identity, you've already registered with the state, now we've already branded yourself, and then we establish that business credit. Now we need to figure out whenever a customer wants to pay us, how we're going to manage that money. What type of bookkeeping practices are we going to set in place? Is there any type of software they're going to use to keep up with our money? No, 5 is business credit, and then 6 is bookkeeping. And then number 7, here's where 98% of business owners fail. You ready? We got to have business contracts in place. Whenever you do business with somebody, you got some sort of policy, some sort of service agreement, some sort of contract in place that will protect your business, right? And protect you and the client. And then the last one, but not least, where, I have it all the time, is now we want to protect all that we've built, set up a trust, right? We want to set up a trust. We want to be able to have our copyrights and trademarks done, have business insurance, and all of those things. Those are the 8 steps clients should do, business owners should do before they even do business with anybody. That is what I call the journey to success. If you do all 8 in that order, there's no reason you can't be successful. What's your thoughts, brother? What's your thought process on that, G?
So I'm glad you said that, Dwayne, because that was right on the money, what I want to ask. Though what do you tell the business owners that say, I can't afford all those things? I can't afford the marketing budget. I can't afford the systems. I can't afford the customer service representative so talking about the part of the place of being in business where I've started a business already, and now I can't really afford to basically invest in the business so it can actually run properly.
That's a very good point. And this is going to sound cliches, but I'm always tell people go back to the plan. You have to sit down and write it, because how can you say what you can and can't afford when you don't even know how much it costs? Did you do the proper research to just vet certain companies to understand what it is that they charge and what it is that you're paying for? Here's the 2 steps, and honestly, step number 1 and step number 6 are the 2 steps that people run away from, but yet they come back from every time. Number 1, which is the plan, they run away from because they don't like the plan. And number 6, bookkeeping. They have zero idea. They're so scared of money, they don't even want to sit down and see how much they spend. What happens is business owners get into business and they want to outdo the competition so bad that they price so low that they're actually working for free. These are 8 things that I believe business owners need to do before they accept $1 from a client.